Hey guys, Tony here, and back for another recent vinyl editions video. This is my record store day edition, I guess you could say. But I'm also going to call it my Kraut Rock edition because I've just been absolutely fascinated with Kraut Rock. I'm so glad I'm finally just discovering this genre. It is just, I'm obsessed, really into it, and there's so much to discover, and I'm really happy. I got a lot of things to show you, and I gotta try and do this as quick as I can so I don't run out of time and talk too much. I'm gonna save my record store day things for the end. Um, so yeah, let me just run through these quick. Um, as I told you, I'm going to see Neil Young this coming weekend. I'm actually staying overnight. We're traveling to Providence, Rhode Island for the show, and got a room right near the theater, and I'm psyched about it. But yeah, he's also putting out a new album. It's called Treasure. It's from his tour from the 80s with the International Harvesters. And it's basically his country period, but it's also very country rock. His live shows, it's a live album, um, basically got pretty rockin', so I'm really looking forward to it. If you're curious, check it out online. You can pre-order the record from his website right now. It's $50. It's a two disc set, 180 gram, pressed at Palace. The third side will have a design etched on it. But if it's anywhere near as limited as Illinois, or even less limited or more limited, it'll be worth it. At least for me. I mean, I'm such a Neil fan. I gotta have it. It has a lot of unreleased stuff on there. It's Gray Riders. That's a kind of a legendary Neil song that was never released. And but yeah, I'm psyched about that. So, all right, here's the albums before I run out of time. First one here is Donovan. Considered the first box set in rock and roll. It's a two-disc set. Pretty sure it's an original. There's some wear on the box itself, but the discs are like beautiful. A Gift from a Flower to a Garden, Donovan. There's the box. In the back is a picture of Donovan with the Maharishi. Very cool set. Glad to get it. A little split here, but that's alright. Here's the inside, the lyrics and pictures, and you know. And here are here are the discs in beautiful condition on the Epic label. There you go. I think it's an original. It's in really great condition. Found it at the store and grabbed it. If you're a Donovan fan, I recommend it. These discs were also released individually as well as Where Your Love Like Heaven, and the other one was, I forget what the other one was called, For Little Ones or something. Some of the songs are very childlike, but very good. Comes with this folder, Donovan, orange folder, and you open it up, and it basically has a sheet for each song with a picture and the lyrics, which is cool. Really great condition. A lot of people have done this since, different sheets for each, but very cool. Glad to get it. It's in really cool shape. This one here, I've been curious about for a while, and just decided it was on sale, and I grabbed it. And I really like it. This is Daniel Johnston's Hi, How Are You? The Unfinished album. If you're not familiar with this album, you may be familiar with the picture. This guy was championed by Kurt Cobain in the 90s and wore the shirt on the cover of Rolling Stone. As a consequence of that, there was like a bidding war to sign this guy. He basically made these albums on cassette tapes on a boombox. Very simple. They're like compared to the Basement tapes in their simplicity, but also just brilliant songs. I mean, once you get past the delivery and the sound of the recordings, you'll see that the music is brilliant. It's really good. I mean, some songs are better than others, but he plays on like this organ, and it sounds like a toy organ. Very cool. I recommend it. He's had a lot of mental issues, like bipolar disorder, bordering on schizophrenia. But and there was also the documentary made to Devil and Daniel Johnston. It kind of tells his story. But yeah, glad to get that. Look him up. There's a lot more to his story. This is a British band, I believe. New album from either late last year or early this year, released on Fat Possum Records. Yuck. Very 90s influenced, but I love the 90s. I really enjoyed this, so I recommend it. There you go. Cool stuff. Now for the krautrock. As I said, I've been just fascinated with this genre. Um, I absolutely love it. It's like, I don't know. I can't speak highly enough, and I got you guys to thank. Big Star 1000, especially, he really started talking about krautrock a lot. Derek Vaughn, same thing. He's really big into krautrock, and I'm just, I'm in love. I mean, I'm really into this right now, you know, and you guys know when you get into something, it's like, so I've been trying to get just about anything I can. I'm still expecting a few things in the mail, but first up, this album I saw at the store. It was a bit pricey, but I grabbed it. I was definitely curious. If I'm saying it wrong, let me know. Deuter? Deuter, I think it is. This guy was a major player when what came to be called New Age music. But this is considered his krautrock masterpiece. The album's called D, and what a trip, man! It's out there. A lot going on, a lot of electronic things going on, a lot of sound effects, but also like a very Indian influence too. Very good, very out there, and I recommend listening to this on headphones. Very cool, and I'm glad I got it. These next two are a set. Now I'm not big on compilations, but I had to have these. I looked at them a number of times in the store, and they had a 20% off sale this whole week, so I jumped on it. And boy, am I glad I did. I absolutely love these records. Big Star 1000 showed this. He had the CDs, which I was gonna just buy the CD set, but they did not have it at all. I'm not that big on compilations, but glad I got it. Soul Jazz Records. I'm not gonna try and say it. German electronic music. Experimental German rock and electronic music from 1972 to 1982. Beautiful, beautiful sets. Volume 1 and Volume 2. So it's 4 discs altogether. They sold for $20 a piece. I got them for about 16 or so a piece. 17 or so. Yeah, something like that. Very good. I'm so glad I got it. This is like a who's who of krautrock. You have Can, Harmonia, Popovul, Faust, Noi, Cluster, Asherah Temple, Tangerine Dream, Rodelius, Deuter, who I just mentioned. Just a brilliant, brilliant collection, and I'm really glad I got these discs. Soul Jazz Records. I think this came out last year, or the year before. Excellent stuff. If you're curious about krautrock, get this set. They're still selling them online. If you're in the U.S., the shipping might be expensive, but these sets themselves, by themselves, are not that bad. So you can also buy the MP3s on their website or the CDs. So check that out. This one I have not listened to yet. It just came, I think yesterday this arrived. Yeah, yesterday. I'm sorry, no, this arrived today. And I haven't listened to it yet. I ordered it on Amazon, and yeah, I have 2 day shipping on Amazon, so they came quick. Guru, another krautrock band that very guitar heavy. I'm told. I haven't listened to it yet. Very Hendrix-like guitar, kind of a lot of guitar freakouts and things like that. But Big Star 1000 showed this as well, and I'm glad to get a copy. I can't wait to listen to it. There's a Can album for you, Out of Reach. It's a reissue. It's an official reissue. Beautiful. Not quite like they're, in their heyday, but still very good. I believe some members of Traffic joined the band. Roscoe G joined the band. I think he was in Traffic. So some other members kind of took a back seat on it. Can kind of disown this album later on. Has some like disco feel to some of it, but I still enjoyed it. Again, it's not Future Days or Tago Mago, but it's still very good. Now these two albums are something else entirely. Just I'm so glad I got these records too. Um, both by the same band. This first one is their debut, Faust, reissue on Recommended Records. The whole idea is it's supposed to be transparent, but I still have the vinyl in its paper sleeve. The vinyl itself is clear. It's in a picture disc sleeve, and the insert itself is on clear plastic, so the whole thing is transparent, which is a cool idea. But what an album, what a debut by them. This stuff is just, I can't speak highly of this. It's out there, but still really enjoyable to listen to. Absolutely love it. And the same goes for this one, the Faust tapes. Again, a reissue. This one's on Goodfellas. I saw Big Star 1000 actually just bought an original of this, which I'm very jealous of, but still, cool album. Again, I highly recommend Faust. If you're not into Kraut rock, check these guys out. Absolutely brilliant. Alright, so that's it for my Kraut rock. This next one here is for Earl of Suave. He showed this a while ago, and when he showed it, he talked about how rare this album is, and it is very rare. And I commented and I said this artist's name, and I wrote, ha ha, but I didn't explain why. He asked me what's so funny. The funny thing was that I won this on eBay the day before, literally, and the next day he showed it on his video. Now, I won it from a seller in the UK, and there's been some hold up with customs lately. And it's been taking over a month for albums I've ordered from the UK to finally get to me. And this is one of them. Tim Buckley's Dream Letter. 2-disc live set, live from London, 1968. Very rare, very hard to come by. Came out in 1990. As you know, just about anything from that period is usually hard to come by. This is on Demon Records. Excellent live set by Tim Buckley. I've been on a big Tim Buckley kick, as I know he has, Earl Suave. And yeah, very hard to come by, and I'm glad I got a copy. Excellent stuff. So that's what I was talking about. Here's one that another one from Big Star that he showed, and it arrived today. I said I wanted to check this album out, and I ordered it, and I have 2-day shipping, and it came fast. So High Tide Sea Shanties. He just showed this, and I haven't listened to it yet. It just came today. So thanks a lot, Big Star. Again, impeccable taste. From what I hear, this is like really good, so I trust your taste. Alright, now for the record store day stuff. There's 2 stores in the area. One store both stores posted a list online of what they had from the exclusives. So I knew what I wanted to get. Neither one of them got one thing that I really wanted, so I went online and ordered it, and it's on its way here. I know the record store day people hate that, but they don't want to press enough for everybody, and this thing is growing. I know the limited editions makes it exciting and everything, but if more stores are going to participate, they need to work out something else, because it kind of sucks. As much as I love record store day, it's also frustrating. So one store opened up at midnight last night, and I went there, stood in line. I was the first person there. I was there an hour and a half before the doors opened. So I was the first one there, first one in the door, and I basically got everything I wanted except for this one thing, which is on its way. It was cool being the first person there, and yeah, so I'll show those real quick. Well, I'll start with the 7 inches. I got the Velvet Underground, Foggy Notions, backed with I Can't Stand It. I guess this is a recordings that they had done but scrapped. There was supposed to be another album with Doug Yule in the Velvet Underground. This is a Sunday's 7-inch. So yeah, this was one I wanted. Psyched about that. Another one, Jimi Hendrix, Fire, backed with Touch You. Alternate version of Fire, and I believe Touch You was never released. The Jimi Hendrix Experience, 7-inch on black vinyl. So that's a cool one. Here's one I really wanted too. The Black Angels on white vinyl. They're basically, I think they're outtakes or B-sides. B-sides on white vinyl. Phosgene Nightmare. Glad to get this one. This one was a freebie. It came with the a goodie bag. Elf Power, Venus and Mercury. I haven't listened to it, but hey, it was free, so. I also got a whole bunch of CDs for free as well. Okay, for the LPs, Bob Dylan live in concert at Brandeis University in 1963. Very early Dylan. I guess the writer, the critic Ralph Gleason, who wrote for Rolling Stone, had this tape, and after he died, they discovered it and put it out. I actually read about it in Rolling Stone, but then there's the whole story on back, which is really cool. Cool to get it. I haven't opened it yet, but yeah. This one I'm real psyched about. One that I wanted, and glad I got it. Television, Live at the Old Wardorf. Let me take it out of the sleeve here. Great live album. I mean, you really get a feel for a band from their live set. And everything live by Television has been usually pretty poor quality, but this sounds fantastic. This is a Rhino reissue, and they did an excellent job. It's on white vinyl. Well, they'll take my word for it. It's on white vinyl. Excellent job, and a great live set. Here's the gatefold. It is numbered. This is number 1,270 out of 3,000 pressed. And it wasn't cheap, but glad I got this. And the one that I wanted more than any, Syd Barrett. The Syd Barrett collection. This was the one that I had my heart set on. And I walked into the store and it was the first thing I grabbed. An introduction to Syd Barrett. As Pink Floyd Syd Barrett songs, and then solo Syd Barrett. You know, See Emily Play, Matilda Mother, Chapter 24, you know, great Pink Floyd stuff. But then his solo stuff. Love that cover art, that cover photo is fantastic. Open it up here, good pictures. They really do a great job. But yeah, really cool. I'm glad I got this one. And these are two here that I picked up this morning for Record Store Day, but they're not Record Store Day exclusives, and I'll show them real quick. Hawkwind, The Text of a Festival, Hawkwind Live, 1970 to 1972. Here, I'll open them up. This is a beautiful